Hello there YouTube, it's Back in the Day Toys here with a Carboot charity shop and another Carboot haul video. So this is 3 times as big as your average YouTube video, and the second time I filmed it because we just got cut off when I was doing it the first time round. But here we go. The first lot's what came from the charity shop. I've recently met one of the charity shop workers I knew from my previous town that I lived in, is now working at a local shop in the town I now live in. And he had some stuff put aside for me, which was really nice of him. He had this Lego system stuff out on display because he didn't think I was too much into Lego. He had that marked up at $3.99, so I couldn't get a better price on that because it's already on the system sort of thing. Had this little sort of speedboat in there, this little sort of Texaco petrol truck thing, bits of what looks like some sort of spaceship, or I don't know. Yeah, spaceship, I guess. Yeah. Shuttle launch playset, bits of a crane perhaps. There's a motorbike looking piece in there too. This that looks like a jet ski, and what quite possibly could be part of an ambulance maybe? I'm not sure. Also had these 10 minifigures. This one that looks like an astronaut, but I'm not sure if they'll be the desirable ones because they're the old school ones where their faces are really plain, and yeah, so not sure about that. Probably go worth more than £4 on eBay, but we shall see. These he did do me a nice price on. He did me this Creo Transformers playset of Prowl. It was all built in the bag. Had both of the Creo character pieces in there too. He did me $1.50 for that one, and $1.50 for this Escape from Atlantis board game. Very similar to the one that Rabbit was looking for. He was looking for the dinosaur version. This is missing bits, a piece of the Greenland, a piece of the hill, one of the sharks, 2 green pegs, 2 blue pegs, 1 red peg and 1 yellow peg. Hopefully I can source them on the internet or possibly just sell it incomplete. It's probably still playable and it's quite a hard game to find. So that was my little charity shop haul. All of it's going to go on eBay. I'm probably going to just stick that Atlantis one on as it is, if I'm honest with you. I'm not sure I can be bothered to wait and look for the pieces. And then this Lego playset and the Creo will just go straight on. Hopefully we'll do better than £7 on that little lot. This was my car boot of Sunday. Didn't find a lot, was a little bit disappointed at how little I did find. These were in a 10p each box. This is a Dino Riders Velociraptor and a little piece of a Ben 10 character. There was someone with some more modern toys. He had like a boxed Pokemon game of some variety, like a little handheld LCD thing that he wanted a 5 for. I just thought it was too much money, it looked way too modern. There's more than 150 Pokemon in that Pokedex, so I just thought, nah, I'm not interested. But he said he had some older toys dotted around, and in one of the boxes I saw the Musclemen sticking out. So I had a little rummage, and I found this Star Wars figure. So he said he knew he had some other sort of things like that kicking about, and he opened another bag, and inside it were sort of Duplo bricks and noddy stuff, and then these prune face, and I'll be honest, I don't know what this guy's name is, or how desirable he is in the Star Wars world. It's probably worth £1 or so. But then he had this one, which I know is one of the last 17 ones to look out for. So yeah, grabbed him, put that one straight in my bag, and said, how much do you want for that one? She said make an offer. I said £2. So I paid £2 for this one, and then I pulled out these 3 and said, you know, how much do you want for this as well? And she said, oh, I don't know, call it £3 for that lot then. So it was going to be a £5, and I said, we'll call it £4 altogether. And she said, yeah, alright. So yeah, it cost me £4 for these 4 vintage Star Wars figures, one last 17 one, and these 8 Musclemen. So yeah, Musclemen sell quite well. There'll be certainly more than £4 money in there. The next lot I got was in this bag here, and it was just sat on the floor. We peered inside, and all you could see were the back of like football cards. All these top trumps randomly all through there that came free with something, and then you had a load of these Max card things here too. And then I just saw loads of these sort of Lego cards kicking about in there as well, and then I just saw a couple of Lego minifigures. So I thought, well, I'll just make her an offer on the bag. How much does she want for the bag? And she said £1, and I thought, well, I've seen I've seen one Lego minifigure in there. If there's just one in there, it'll be a bit bad, but if there's any more, it'll be a good day, won't it? So we took that, and it turns out there was about 11 of them on here. They all seem to have these weird little base things that go with them. 2 weapons each, some with 3, and then I've pulled out all these cards that seem to have their faces on, like this one's called Rattler, so I've put him as a little set on eBay at 99p. Now I've got this guy who doesn't have a machine to travel in, but his name's Fang Su. He's got some sort of sealed pack of cards with him. They had this crazy Ninjago skeleton helicopter jetpack thing. This guy who's called Lloyd, who's missing knees or something. He's just a very short Lego character. This guy who's called JZX, or JazX, I'm not sure, who knows. But he's got his weapons and a little thing, and he's even got a holographic card of himself doing some move. So again, I've just listed all those on eBay at 99p. There's all these ones are already on here, the others I'm going to list today. But you've got this guy, I think this one's called Samurai X, and he's got all his armour and helmet and whatnot, that's all in the bag. You've got this guy, who's a red samurai type character as well. He's got a really cool sword actually, he's called Kai ZX, that guy. He's got a really cool sword. You've got this one called Cole ZX, with his sword and whatnot, and then there was one more that was my personal favourite. Oh, there he is. This guy, he's like green and purple, one of the lizards, and he's called something like Lasher. So yeah, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 10 playsets, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 9 playsets listed on there as like individual people with cards or machines and things. They're starting at 99p. I've also got this bag of just sort of mixed Ninjago pieces and instructions that I'm going to list as 99p, and then there's a load of Ninjago cards in there that I'm going to list at 99p as well. And then I'm going to take the cards and list them at 99p as well, because there's a load of shiny ones in there, maybe they'll sell too. So even if they all just sold for £1, I would be, you know, well up on my £1 investment, but I think they're going to sell for considerably more than that. It just seems to be crazy how much Lego's worth. I'm outstanding, really am. So that was some of the first buys at that Carboot sale. I think, because it's my second time filming, I've sort of muddled up what I got at the second Carboot. That's all I got from that Carboot. Yeah, it was. That was all I got. I got the Star Wars stuff, and I got the Lego stuff, and that was literally it. Oh, and the 2 10p items, the Mighty Max and that was 2 Carboot sales, and there was just nothing else, just no action figures, no other Lego, just nothing. So I spent, what, £4, £5? I spent £5 and 20 pence on all that Lego and all those vintage Star Wars toys, all these Ninjago things. I spent £5, 20 pence. So I spent considerably less than what I normally do when I go car booting, but I still left with stuff with like a really nice profit margin and some real money into it. So yeah, that was considered a good day. Oh no, I also got these 2 things. Did I get them as well that day? I did. Sorry, I did get other things that day. I'm getting confused. So, I also got this. That was all the first Carboot. Oh yeah, that was the first Carboot in the morning. I only spent £5.20. And I spent a lot less in the afternoon Carboot as well. I got this Berry Family playset, new in the box. Bit of a bizarre one. Can't find any of these on eBay as like a reference of how much they are or anything. Oh, I've opened it the complete wrong way. Yeah, it's got all the little bits in there. Really bizarre playset to have. It's obviously aimed at girls, I would have thought, more than boys. These tiny little bears. But yeah, that was only £1 in the box from 1982, and I just thought, for £1, got to have it. Stick it on the eBay. It'll probably go for more than £1. I don't know how much these go for, because I can't even see completed listings for these things. So I might just stick it on at something like £29.99 as a buy it now or best offer. and then just put a note saying feel free to make a much lower offer if you like, I just don't know what it's worth. The same seller also had this, the Lego Book of Ideas that you can build anything. It was retailing at $16.99. It's not in great condition, but I thought considering all the Lego I'm selling, it might be a goer. I'll stick it on the site for £1. I also picked up all these books. First two were from one seller, the other three were from one. The first seller wanted 60p each. I bought this one called The Nightman. It sounded like a really good reference for the TV show I like to watch, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. And he also had this Bucky O'Hare comic as well that was only 60p. In fact, he had two Bucky O'Hare comics exactly the same, this one at 60p and another one at £1.50, and this one was in better condition, so obviously I took that one. And then this fella wanted 50p each for his comic books and £2 for his graphic novels. So I got this Dark Crossings comic book just because it featured Lara Croft. And I also got this Men in Black comic book adaptation of the hit film. And then I also got this Invincible paperback volume 2. Oh no, volume 11? Oh, I thought this was volume 2. Oh well, it's volume 11. It wasn't 2 written on there, it was 11. But he only wanted £2 for this. And I think if I just have a little flick through it, it'll give me some idea of what it's like. Obviously I like Robert Kirkman's work on The Walking Dead, so we'll give that a go. I just didn't want to spend £15 to find out it wasn't my thing. So yeah, that was great to find for £2. And then this was today's Carboot haul, which was a little bit more sizable. I got these four from a dealer, a toy dealer, who normally only has Star Wars toys, and he now picks up things like Bucky O'Hare and Ghostbusters, and annoyingly, like, he only charges a couple quid for them, but he sells them at the same car boot. He never seems to have anything that I need though, really. And I was just flicking through his boxes today and I found these, which I'm pretty certain are Dawn of the Dead or Day of the Dead action figures that came with their bases as well, and they're in sort of immaculate condition. He wanted £2 each a figure, and he really wouldn't budge on the price. But I thought as a set they're probably going to go for more than £8. And maybe even Oddpod would be interested in these, because I know it's one of his favourite films. I was considering using them as on my diorama for The Walking Dead, but they're just too big. They're just way too big size-wise. First thing I bought today was these four, actually, these Reservoir Dogs action figures. The woman asked me, did I know what film they were from, and I said, yeah, Reservoir Dogs, and I named all the characters, Mr. Blonde, Mr. Pink, Mr. Orange, Mr. White, whatnot, and she went, yep, alright, you can have them for £2. And apparently she just wouldn't sell them to people who didn't know who they were. She wanted them to go to a good home, she said. So yeah, it's just chuffed to have these. I'll go through and make sure that these ones and the ones that Paulie gave me, I keep the best ones, and then I'll probably get rid of the ones that are in the not so good condition. Not sure I had the bag and the guns last time. I'll have to check. A really friendly guy that goes to my local car boots and is a collector too, went and he was selling toys. He bought some off me a couple of weeks ago when I was vlogging some. All he had that I was really interested in was this £3 bag of little, well, he thought it was just all Z-Bots, but there's a few more things than Z-Bots in there. There's a Battle Beast there, and there's this, which I think is one of the Trash Bag bunch, so I'm really chuffed to have him. I'm certain it is, actually, because of the feel of it and the colour scheme. I'm sure that must be Trash Bag bunch. I've got this Battle Beast, unfortunately, but maybe I can trade it for another one. And some of my favourite Z-Bots ever are in this bag, so yeah, really chuffed. It was a nice big bag of Z-Bots for £3. I mean, you've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. You got 15, so they were 20p each, which is, yeah, bargain. It's what you'd hope to pay like a general car booter, so he was really good to me on that one. I also found this Insectoid toy in a box of like really recent McDonald's and kids toys. I don't know how it got in there. It's like really good condition as well, and he only wanted 40p for it, so it's mad. But yeah, I was happy to find that. I found this G.I. Joe figure for 50p. Maybe Jeff Soda would like that. And this World Industries little figure here too. He was 20p. Woman wanted, well, she didn't know what she wanted on these. I picked 3 up and asked her how much she wanted. this, which I thought looked a bit like a transformer, but clearly isn't. I'm not quite sure what the hell that is, but yeah, it was really cool. She also had this little Anakin Skywalker and his little voice chip thing, and this Luke Skywalker figure here too. So I asked her how much, and she said 20p each, so I went to get 60p, and then the kid in the back of the car said no, Darth Vader was 50p, and I said, well, we didn't have Darth Vader, we only had Anakin and Luke, there was no Darth Vader there, and he said, okay, then 30p, and I said, look, just take £1 for the three, and the woman was like, okay, yeah, thanks, just went and give it to the kid. But yeah, weird figures, not a bad price for Star Wars, I guess. This one seller had just boxes of stuff that they were doing at 50p each, so I pulled out all these AC/DC CDs. They're all part of the remastered Ultimate experience. They've got really nice covers. They've all got like little inlay sleeves, and yeah, they just look like they'd go really well as a bundle on eBay, the three of them. Surely they'll go for more than 99p, though I am getting worried because stuff I am listing at 99p thinking surely that's worth a bit more isn't going for it, and I'm sort of like losing 50p. If they went for £1, I'd be 50p down, so maybe I should put a starting bid on some of these. They had these DVDs at 50p, one of Real Big Fish. They had Halo 2, which feels really heavy for some reason. Maybe it's just got the world's thickest instruction manual. Oh no, it's got Halo 1 in there as well. It just says Halo 1, not for resale, and I've got Midtown Madness 3, and I've got Halo 2. Oh, well, that's why it felt so weird. Oh, see, it's really not a bad deal for bloody 50p then, is it? And it's got the Halo 1 there, and the Halo 2 instruction manual there too. So yeah, that's brilliant for 50p, really, isn't it? They also had Final Fantasy Advent Children on DVD. I'm going to check all these now, just in case there's maybe 6 discs in there. No, they've only got the right discs. And this, yeah, there's only one in there. This is Xbox 360, Xbox Live Arcade. So I said, how much did she want for those? She wanted £1.50 on the DVDs. I also got Offspring Conspiracy of One, but I left it in the car because I've been listening to that. I'll probably keep it. So she wanted £2, including one that's not there, and she wanted £2 on those. So she wanted £6, and I got her the chuck in this as well, which is one of the battery packs, the plug and play ones for the Xbox 360, or maybe it's Xbox. I'm not sure. I'll have to find out. Hopefully it's Xbox 360. I'm not sure you can do this plug and play thing with a regular Xbox. Yeah, she chucked that in as well. So that was what, £2. Yeah, that's £4 actually. So yeah, it wasn't bad at all. Another seller had these. She wanted 20p each. I tried the Jeff Solo trick of just holding them, staring at them like like they're filth. You don't actually want to buy them at all. Just look at them in disgust and say nothing. And she went, oh, go on, have the lot for £1 then. And I had the £1 in the hand ready and waited. I just chucked her the £1 and went, there you go, thanks very much. But I didn't actually throw it at her. I handed it to her and smiled and went, thank you very much and whatnot. And I was off. But yeah, Jeff Solo, you're right, that totally works, that little trick. So the little bits we got for £1 were this Monsters in My Pocket wolf guy, this, which I believe is one of the creepy things from Extreme Ghostbusters, this, which I don't know what it is, looks like some sort of ice golem, I'm not sure. On the bottom is stamped TODT China, so I'll have to look that up. I've got this guy who's clearly from like Yu-Gi-Oh or Naruto, or no, it's Dragon Ball Z, isn't it? Yeah, definitely Dragon Ball Z. But yeah, he's the only Dragon Ball Z in the bunch, I think. And you've got this little sort of fairy Tinkerbell looking character with little wings. She's stamped Bandai. A few of these are stamped Bandai as well. I'm pretty sure that's some sort of Digimon thing there. And that one's also stamped Bandai as well, so I'm guessing everything Bandai is going to be Digimon, because that's definitely some Digimon thing there. You've got this weird bug-looking creature, that's probably Digimon too. This other bug-looking creature, which I'm certain is Digimon. You've got this rabbit, which I don't think is Digimon. I think it's the same thing as the Golem, because it just feels a different weight. It's got a different plastic material, different paint jobs. Yeah, he's really cool, the grumpy rabbit. Maybe Rabbit would like that rabbit. Not saying you're grumpy, just you like rabbits, Rabbit. And then this weird sort of like kangaroo dinosaur cross zebra creature. And then also this little figure as well. It's considerably bigger than all the others. It's like a little kid. And he says on the bottom, Sega Sunrise Playmates Toys. So yeah, I have no idea who that little blonde fella is, but I thought for £1, that's not a bad deal. I picked this little figure up. He was 10p because he's missing his legs. Can't remember what he's from. I think he's like He-Man, but on the back it says Mattel 1986. So yeah, it's not He-Man, but yeah, he was really cool. I got these 3 little things for 5p each. I've walked past the same seller selling them at like 6 different Carboots over the last few weeks. I've never picked them up, and today was the first day I bothered to ask her. She only wanted 5p each, and it's bugging me as to what these things are. On the bottom they're stamped BBT91, and I'm sure this must be from the same range because the colour scheme's almost identical. Yeah, BBT91. His shield moves a little bit and has an H on, maybe that can be replaced. But yeah, I need to look into what those are. She also had Shadowrun on the Dreamcast that she only wanted, Shadow Man, sorry, for 50p, so I grabbed that too. A different seller wanted 50p each on this, but took 3 for £1. These are some sort of anime characters and Coco from Coco Pops. 5p on these comic book sticker books, which are probably actually worthless. Villains of the DC Universe, and this Doctor Who sticker book, but I've just realised it came free when you bought Radio Times, so it's probably worthless. This Book of the Fairy, which is a comic book of fairies. These 3 action figures for 20p each, so I had 2 Street Sharks for 20p each, and this one Batman figure including a backpack, but it's not his one. And then the last thing I bought was this SPD Delta Command Force, and that was £2, including all these little bits that were on the side, the SPD flippy box thing, and this Megazord that was missing a leg was all inside that thing. Maybe there's another bit trapped in there somewhere that I can't get to, but I don't think so. Yeah, looking online they seem to go for way more than £2, so yeah, I'll probably just chuck it as a bundle and stick it on 99p and see how it goes. Weird thing at the car boot today, found this photo of 2 girls near 2 cars in amongst one of the books, and they've been using it as a bookmark, so creepy. So anyway guys, that's what we've been picking up. Selling wise, everything's been selling for decent money on the Lego front. Stuff's been really surprising me. Have had a few people say that bits have been damaged, and they're like 20-year-old playsets, so I've like paid for partial refunds on certain things where they had damaged goods, and someone else has complained that it's too dirty and sun damaged, though I've listed it as very dirty and sun damaged, so I'm not going to give them their money back and let them keep it. I'm going to let it go to the eBay claims thing, because they're complaining it's not as listed. When you see what I've put on the listing saying, you know, it's grubby and sun damaged, and they're complaining it's grubby and sun damaged, well, you sort of knew that when you bought it, mate. So yeah, I'm not backing down on that one. But yeah, it's going really well. We cleared like £200 in 2 weeks, and that was with barely any time to list things. So the more we list, the more money we'll make, the more it'll drive me to sell more. But yeah, I think there's some good money in the stuff we found. If Oddpod was interested in these zombies, please let me know. Likewise, most of this stuff's just going to be hitting the bay. I think the only things I'm probably going to keep are the trash bag bunch and maybe a couple of the Z-bots, maybe a few bits and pieces from here. But yeah, nothing substantial, and none of the Lego. All the Lego's going to go. In fact, a lot of the Lego's already listed. So yeah, ups and downs with eBay. Not quite sure if we're going to continue down this path. I'm going to let it run for a month, basically till midway through next month or the end of next month, and just see what we sold, how much it went for, and whether it's worth doing, whether the hassle outweighs the gain and whatnot. So yeah, stay tuned for more car boot hauls, eBay updates, and general goings-ons. Until next time, guys. Bye.